Sell me this pen. Sell me this pen. You guys might remember kind of this scene from that movie Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio, but this actually happened to me in real life when I was 16 and interviewing for a retail job, and it was ultimately the biggest sales lesson that I ever learned in my life and continue to learn it over and over again. So I want to talk about that in this episode, but first, I'm Jeff Bittner. This is the After the License channel. This is where we help real estate agents build their business. Like, comment, subscribe, basically anywhere you get podcasts and all the fun social media channels. So yes, I was in an interview and I was 16. I was interviewing for my first job. It was a retail job, and the manager did the classic, sell me this pen. And ultimately, it wasn't just one pen that he asked me to sell him. It was a handful of pens. There was a blue pen and a red pen and a black pen, and there was a highlighter, and there was a Sharpie in there. And he said, sell me this pen. And what I did is I picked one and I tried to sell it to him. I told him the fancy features and I told him how well it writes and all that fun stuff. And at the end of the day, what the lesson was, and I ultimately failed the test, and what the lesson was you don't know what pen the consumer wants unless you ask, right? There's a big difference between a highlighter and a Sharpie and a red pen. And one person might want the highlighter, and one person might want the red pen, and one person might want the Sharpie. But you don't know until you ask a bunch of questions about what they're going to use it for, what they are looking for in a pen, what the functionality is that they want, right? What is their goal with the pen? And that is ultimately the best sales lesson that I ever learned and continue to relearn over and over and over in my life, right? Which it comes down to, you need to ask questions and you need to know what the consumer wants. And that's when you do that and you ask those questions, it no longer becomes sales. You are ultimately their guide. If they're looking to highlight something, well, guess what? A highlighter is perfect for that. If they want to cross something out, guess what? The Sharpie is perfect for that. But you don't know unless you ask a bunch of questions. And when you ask those questions, again, sales no longer becomes sales. You are a friend. You are a confidant. You are there to guide them to the right decision. And whether they buy it or not, you're there to help them. But by asking the right questions, it no longer becomes an adversarial thing. It becomes we are a team, we're doing this together. And it's the same with real estate. I hate the term real estate sales because you're never going to sell someone on a house. And if you do, there's a good chance that that's going to backfire in your career. You cannot sell someone or pressure someone or have the right script to convince someone to do something that they don't want to do. All you can do is ask the right questions, figure out where they're at in their life, what are they trying to do, what are their goals, and when you ask enough of those questions, you'll be able to find out pretty quickly. Are they really interested in buying something? Are they in a spot to buy something? What do they want in a house? And when you start to uncover those things, selling houses becomes really, really, really easy. So think about that. Think about the pen thing as you navigate through any sales type thing, whether that's real estate or something else. Until you get down to the root cause of what that person wants, you're never going to be able to actually get them to make a decision on anything. So think about that. And hopefully this lesson that I learned years and years and years ago, that I continue to learn, brought you some value too. Drop a comment below if you have any questions. Drop a comment below if you just enjoyed the video. The comments, the likes, the saves on Instagram, especially on YouTube, the comments and the thumbs up really help the algorithm show these videos to other new agents just like you. So if you get value from these videos, please make sure you engage with them, and I'll catch you on the next one.